And welcome back. Well, as we get older, we get wiser, but as the years go by, seniors lose some physical strength and senses also begin to dull. So joining us now for a senior moment is Patty Kadoran. She's got some practical gadgets to help seniors accommodate changes that affect your daily life. And I'm so excited about this because there's 3 things I want to get for my mom already. This is phenomenal. Good to see you.
It's always great to see you, Tiffany. And just as a disclosure, I'm not sponsored by, I'm not endorsing any of these. There's a lot of these things that come in different styles and price points. So if you're interested, you can do your own research.
Yeah, and you always have all these listed places, you know.
On my blog.
On your blog. Okay, so you've got to start with this orange thing. I'd never seen one before, but I've seen something like this once I figured out what it did.
Yeah, so I hate making 2 or 3 trips to take my groceries into my apartment. And so this allows you to carry more things with this handle.
That's so nice.
You could also carry your dry cleaning.
Oh, that's so nice.
But just a tip, don't use 2, because if you put everything on one side, you tend to overload yourself.
Yeah, and then you're gonna, throw off your hip. Let's be honest, right?
That's true.
Okay.
The next fancy things we have to help seniors or anybody who's lost any strength in their hands, these are jar and bottle openers.
What?
And
that one I can see. Okay.
Yeah, so you just open it this way.
Oh, wow.
Or this actually even has a little tip that you can open up.
That's nice for little pop tops,
For little pop tops.
can type tops.
And this is the same thing. This one's a little bit more expensive, but this will just help you open all your jars and bottles.
So in there, if you can see this, there's like grippies, and that's why it's able to grab those so well. There's some kind of grips on this side, so it really is grabbing it, and then a little softer on these sides.
Right.
Cool. Right. That's really cool, Patty. And these are nice and portable. They're not heavy, easier to use.
Right.
What's this front thing? Because I need to get this.
So this is not a Lazy Susan for your table. This is a swivel cushion that you can put in your car. One of the things that seniors have most difficulty is getting in and out of a car.
Very much so.
I know that I had to sell my sports car, and people say, why don't you have your sports car? And I said, I couldn't get out of it anymore. But especially if you're in the back seat, this swivel cushion will help anyone get in and out of a car.
Do you know if you can use that in the driver's seat or not?
Yes, you can.
You can use it anywhere.
Yes, you're a little higher, but I've tried it in the driver's seat too.
All right, I love that.
The next thing is a string of lights that you can attach to your bed frame, and then it has a motion sensor. You know, we all are supposed to get a lot of sleep in a dark.
Have little lights on there.
Yeah, in a dark room. But when you need to get up in the middle of the night, you always worry about falling.
Of course.
So you attach these lights to your bed frame, and then there's this motion sensor that you can set for 38 up to 5 minutes, and it goes on when your feet hit the floor.
No way. That's so nice, because we just went on vacation and I ended up leaving because it was a long walk from where my mom was going to the restroom. So I left one of the bedroom lights on, and you don't want to, in your home be leaving lights on all night. That's too expensive. So that's a great solution.
Motion sensor under bed light.
All right.
And I am convinced that they make TVs today with the speaker going out of the back into the wall. I cannot hear it. I have some hearing loss. So this is a wireless speaker that you can you attach it to your TV or your cable box, and then you put this by your chair, and I can actually hear the TV.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
So now we're transitioning from gadgets into gifts, and I know
Gifts are hard because nobody people don't want to bring in more stuff. We get a lot of
seniors
stuff.
don't want stuff. So you need to be a little bit more creative and personalize the gifts.
Okay.
And so here's 3 thoughts. One is the electronic photo frame, where you can email photos of your family.
This is a big size.
Into the frame. And there's different sizes if you have different spaces.
Yeah, but I like this because it's like you really get to see all the photos. Cool. Okay, so you email the pictures on this and then they pop up for someone.
Right.
All right, what's this one?
A lot of seniors still use paper calendars, and it's always nice to just create a calendar with family photos on it.
That is such a cute idea.
And I've talked about the Tell Me Your Story books before, and these books guide you through your family history, your life story, and it's really a very special gift for a senior.
These are so nice. I've given my mom one of these, and we mail it back and forth. It's actually a daughter on one side, mom on the other. So there's so many versions, like you said, out here. And I feel like I've got to prompt her a lot to finish it, but it's something I really, really appreciate. What is this one?
So I'm not saying that you need to give a senior hourglass or a swan, but they represent 2 concepts. And the hourglass represents the gift of time.
Yeah.
And that is most valuable to a senior, to spend some time with senior. And if you can't do it in person, even a phone call is wonderful.
Yeah.
And the swan represents the gift of grace. And I know I say my hard drive is getting full as I get older. And I know that sometimes I tell my kids the same story 2 or 3 times. So I would suggest that the best gift for a senior is to extend them some grace.
Yeah.
Because pretty soon you'll be telling your kids, you know, the same story over and over again. So it'll
Yeah.
happen to you too.
It's true, and changes happen. On vacation, we had to make some changes and accommodations for my mom, and she was frustrated by it. And instead of, you know, getting frustrated, it was a matter of saying, hey, life changes, we're here for you, and that's what family is for. So I love the idea of grace, because changes can be a little bit hard for people.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you so much, Patty.
Oh, it's always so nice
These
to
are
see you.
great ideas. For more practical tips to help seniors live their best life, you can visit Patty's blog. It's aseniormoment.org.